Hey folks, this is Rod, Win by Doing, coming to you from the corner of my truck because my phone holder, it's been on the fritz for quite some time. It's time to get a new one. I just haven't yet. So I just have my phone resting in the holder in the corner of my dashboard. So let's go along for the ride. Thanks for joining me. For those of you that don't know, I am a part-time reseller on eBay, dabble with books and some small stuff on Amazon, as well as merch by Amazon. I do have a few t-shirt designs out there. I sell a couple t-shirts a week or a couple t-shirts every 2 weeks, however lucky I might get. I'm an ice cream man. At least I own an ice cream business / concessions. We have 3 trucks that hit the road in the summertime, driving the neighborhoods, as well as 1 concession stand down at a local beach. Most recently, I am an auctioneer. Yes. Bidmoretowin.com. Actually using the high bid portal, and we run weekly auctions right now of about 200 to 250 items, but we are hoping as our bidder base grows and our consigners will grow as well. Right now, I just wanted to give y'all an update what I've been doing. It's been a minute since I put information out there, talked about what's been going on. I did start a fitness challenge, so I'm down 12 pounds in the last 3 weeks. The crowd goes wild. So that is a success in my book as far as I see it. I'm excited to get some weight back down. Where have I lost it? I don't know. But the scales represent the weight loss happening here in January 2019. Anyway, enough of that. Well, just a little bit more. Doing that through diet and exercise. I know we've heard it for years and years that that's how you actually lose weight. Folks, I am the first to tell you it is true. Diet and exercise does work. So, moving on. eBay, I have not been listing hardly at all. Maybe a few items a week. The weirdest thing, all of a sudden I knew that my sales were going to drop significantly, but then all of a sudden, out of the blue, I ended up with, I think, 8 sales yesterday, or 8 packages the day before. 8 packages went out in the mail yesterday, and oddest items. I had a camera lens that went for about $99 plus shipping. I had a Seattle Seahawks ball cap, went for, I want to say, right around $14.15. No, it was $12.97, I think, plus shipping. I had a West Point coffee mug. I think that went for $14 or $15, if memory serves me right. I had a big doll. What was the name of that? Her name was Sophie, and she was part of the, I want to say it was almost like a Franklin Mint thing, but whatever company does the dolls. So, and it was probably 24-inch at least doll. That went for $35. Some mushies, whatever you call them, unicorn shakes. Those were at RA Retail Arbitrage. Come on, focus on me. Focus, camera, focus. That was a Retail Arbitrage pickup. I actually sold a case of them. They got a pretty decent deal. Paid $1 a piece for each item. There's 8 in a case, so $8 investment. And that one I turned around and put it to auction, see how well it would do. It went up to $17, I think. The rest of them I have by it now, and we'll see how well those go. I know I've missed something, but and I had a Canon adding machine with printer. That went for, I want to say 10 bucks. I honestly cannot remember. But yeah, out of the blue, all these sales start popping in. I had an offer that I countered and they declined. Some newest tag pink jeans. They wanted for $5. I didn't listed for $14.99. I countered back at 10 and they declined. You know, to each their own. I still think $10 would have been a great price for a nice pair of denim jeans. But that's my eBay update. Been spending a lot of time with the store. Basically, we are running auctions right at a week, just shy. We try to get everything listed and posted to our auction site Saturday night at midnight Pacific. That'd be 3 a.m. to all you Easterners out there. 2 a.m. for those Central. And that runs until Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific is when the live closing starts. If you guys haven't participated in participated in online auctions, it's pretty cool how it's set up. At 6 p.m. that's when the lots start closing, and it starts with the first lot, and it starts its countdown, and then it goes to the next lot. So you have multiple lots that are closing within, I want to say, 10 seconds of each other, and that gives you the opportunity to bid. Everything is a soft close, so there's no sniping available. If somebody bids within the last 3 minutes of the auction, it extends the length of that lot by 3 minutes, and if somebody comes back in and bids within that 3 minutes, it extends it another 3 minutes. So it could things could actually take, you know, an infinite number until somebody decides that they don't want to bid anymore before that lot closes. So you kind of have to, if you're watching a particular item, you got to watch that, watch your closing on that, and at the same time you have the rest of the auction that continues to go on, so you kind of have to keep your eye on all that. We have lots of great deals to be found at our auction right now. We're working that balance between bidders and consigners. We have had consigners starting to roll in, which is awesome. Love the consigners. Without the consigners, we don't have anything to auction. Or the more consigners I get, the less I have to go out and source for the auction. We have almost doubled our bid count, I would say, since our first auction, and we've just closed our second auction. So we're looking at continued growth, not only for bidders but also consigners, as people get to know what we're all about and who we are. We've been doing lots of advertisement, hitting between we do Craigslist, we do Nicholsworth, which is a local ad publication, and we're getting ready to extend that to 2 or 3 others that hit the area within a 50 to 75 mile radius. I actually have quite a few bidders that come from that far away. So that advertisement has helped. We do Facebook Marketplace. We actually post some of our items that are coming up on the auction. That's our current auction. We do local Facebook groups. My wife even goes in if someone says, "Hey, I'm looking for a dishwasher," and we had a dishwasher. She messaged him, said, "Hey, this one is currently at $2 at a $2 bid on our website. If you need a dishwasher, this might be the this might be the place to go." I mean, my wife's doing messages like that in Facebook, in these Facebook buy-sell pages. And interesting enough, even though there's our competitor or fellow online auction house company here in town. They've been doing this for 3 years, and every day I talk to somebody that has not heard the concept. So I think that there's plenty to go around for all of us. It's just getting the word out there. We've also tried this blip billboard. We ran, I don't know if you've heard of that. Basically, you pay per impression. So however much you set a budget, it's almost like Facebook. You set a budget for how much you want to put in daily. You kind of pick, they have different formats as far as when the advertisements will show up, because during peak times it's a little bit more per impression. And it runs out on a billboard on the side of the road. Pretty, just a standard sized billboard. And you choose the billboards you want to put it on. So we actually ran it on both sides of one billboard. It's not something we're going to do continually, because it's not like it's a solid impression. It is, it flashes up for maybe 10 seconds or so. 5 to 10 seconds, maybe it was 7, I don't know. But it flashed up basically saying, bid more to win, Hayden's online auction house. And well, I had bidmoretowin.com. So basically, I just wanted to put our big logo up there, big picture of Kilroy pushing the bid button, our URL, bidmoretowin.com, and then just a single statement, Hayden's, which is the city that we're in, online auction house. So hopefully it drew people in. We're starting to actually ask people how they heard from us. Surprisingly, a lot of people from Craigslist, Nicholsworth, Facebook. But I haven't heard anybody say, oh, I saw your ad on the highway. So I think we're going to drop that as a form of advertisement and kind of narrow down where we want to advertise on. And right now I can tell you, Facebook, some of my posts I pay to boost, but just going in and putting ads in the local marketplace and buy-sell trade groups seems to be working pretty good. I put ads on Craigslist, little no-brainer, and the paper publications. So yeah, I have people that have been calling to have me pick stuff up, so we're starting to move into that. That's something I didn't think I would be doing from the get-go, is picking up consignments. But you know what? We're open to just about anything. I think I told y'all we're only open 20 hours a week. And you're like, how can you run a business being 20 hours a week? Well, our business is primarily online, and we do have everywhere posted. If you need to get a hold of us outside of those business hours, just give us a call or text us. Oh, excuse me. And we'll head up to the shop, but we're only 5 minutes away. So there's been a couple of instances where we've done that, because we have people come in, as far as probably, I would say 60 miles away, 50 to 60 miles away. So we're willing to accommodate anybody, especially knowing that we have limited business hours. So it's going pretty good. Like I said, we finished our second auction. We're prepping for our third right now. I'm actually going to a live auction right now and see what I can find. I missed the one last week. They ran it on a Wednesday instead of a Friday, which I was prepared for, but I wasn't prepared for a Wednesday auction, and I guess I heard that the deals were to be had because evidently not anybody else was ready for them either. So it's definitely something I'm going to have to keep make myself more aware of, just to continually check their website to make sure there's no changes. So I'm going over there to source. What am I sourcing for? I still source for eBay, and I'm sourcing for the store as well. I just did a pickup today. It was at the other auction house, online auction house, and I picked up two vintage 1983 Rainbow Bright, and I want to say, I can't remember the name of the other. They're both Rainbow Bright, but one was the main character there and one was a secondary character. I want to say they were 19 inches tall, so they're the bigger versions of them. They did need some, they did have some filth issues. They need to be cleaned, but I leave that up to the buyer. So I put those up for, I want to say, $24, $25 is what I'm listing. The main one, and I don't know, I'll have to look at comps on the second one. Picked up some chicken in the rough, chicken in the rough. Google it. It's basically chicken carrying a golf club, like in a golfer. Golfer themed, and they were in, I don't know if it was a restaurant chain or if it was, but it's dishes out there, and it's basically a table setting. It was a little creamer. They only stand about this tall, 2.5 inches tall. It was a creamer, butter pat saucer, pat of butter saucer, however you want to word it, and a little sugar bowl with a lid. Really good condition. They did have some crackling, let's call it patina. So I put those on for $19.99 plus shipping. Those will go in a padded flat rate. I will put them in a box first, so it helps. I have this odd thing in my head that anytime you can ship something in a padded mailer, your item is going to ship safer. The reason I say that is, from what I believe, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, all the padded mailers go in those in certain totes, or however they box it up. I think they're boxed up a little bit differently than a bigger box, let's say, or boxes in general. And I don't think that they throw huge boxes in on top of these padded mailers, because people don't know, they don't know what's in it, whether it's paper or whatever. A lot of clothes get mailed in bubble mailers. So in my head, I have it going that they get treated a little bit more gingerly than a box. So somebody that has worked for USPS can correct me if I'm wrong, but that is in my head. And that's why anything I can put in a bubble mailer, even breakable items, put them in a box and throw them in there. I think that it's a little bit safer than just putting it in a box outright. Everybody gonna stay awake for the auction? Dang it. It's a little bit of a jaunt over to the auction house. It's 4:38 p.m. right now. Preview is going on. It goes on from 3:30 to 5, and then the auction kicks off at 5. And typically I'm out of auction around 9 o'clock. I stay for the entire thing. The only thing that sucks is because I am watching what I'm eating while I'm working, when I'm doing this whole physical get fit challenge. I can't partake in the snack bar, which they always have some homemade goodies at the snack bar. Go, people! I mean, they have really decent food. You know, whether it's super nachos or what else have they had? I don't. That one just sticks in my head because they pile that thing up about 5 inches tall, and it has everything on it. I can't even think of the last. That's the last thing I think I ate. I think my brain is shut off of thinking of a lot of food that tastes awesome because I can't eat it. I have to tell you, I did cheat last week and I had a double cheeseburger meal from Wendy's, and I thought I hid all the evidence. Well, I happened to be giving Kat a ride somewhere, and Out of everything that's in my truck, all the little pieces of garbage, the one piece she picks up is the Wendy's receipt. She looked at the date. She's like, "What? That's today." And sure enough, busted. I was pumping gas is what I was doing. She's like, "Ron, do you want to explain this?" And she was good-hearted about it. I said, "Okay, I did it. I had me a double cheeseburger. It was a moment of weakness." But that really is the only time. It's been, everything else has been wraps. I have been eating healthy and watching my macros, macronutrients, and calories as well. I've used that MyFitnessPal tracker. And part of the fitness challenge is making sure that we go and work out at least three times a week, and then we weigh in Fridays. So yeah, I'm down 12 pounds. I know I told you I was done talking about it before. But anyway, I am pulling up to the auction. That's my update today. Hopefully it gets uploaded tonight. I'll go ahead and try to do it from the auction house. And they'll give you an update what's going on in my life. So, hope everyone else is doing well. As usual, I'm doing a hodgepodge of a little bit of everything, but this one isn't particularly eBay related. Anyway, I will catch y'all later. Leave comments, questions down below if you have any questions you might have about what I'm doing, why I've decided to do this, whatever. Whatever the question might be, I will answer just about anything. Anyway, that's it for tonight.